So there's no way to explain this other than to tell you that my camera battery died. So I had to go in and get the extension cord, and it's a little short, and I had to move where the camera was. So we'll finish up, and we're almost at the end here, so we'll finish up with from this changed angle here. I have to laugh at myself, you know, just sometimes I do goofy things, and one of the things is not charging my camera all the way before I tried to do this lesson. So we were talking about forgiveness and forgiving one another. It's a habit that I've tried to build, kind of successfully, but not terribly successfully. And when if I wrong somebody, that I try to not say I'm sorry, but I want to ask them for forgiveness. Because not only do I need to be one who forgives, but when I've done something wrong, I have to ask for forgiveness myself. One of the reasons it's important is because saying I'm sorry means that I'm still in control of the situation, and even though I'm saying I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you power over me by placing myself under you. I'm just going to absolve myself, bless myself by saying I'm sorry, and then walk off with that. And then it's up to you to accept my apology or not. And we've said things like that. Well, you know, if they don't want to take my apology, it's their problem, not mine. Well, it's not how it works. The way it works is I am to ask for forgiveness. And then it's up to the person to forgive me or not. And I may walk away without their forgiveness because they're holding something against me. But as a Christian, I am to extend forgiveness before they ask. I'm to approach them and to meet them with forgiveness before they even ask. Because it's part of that world thing, and it's not, I'm dead to all that stuff. I can say that real easy, can't I? It's so hard sometimes. It's so hard. We feel they need my anger. They deserve my anger. They earned my wrath. But we're called to forgive. So it starts with us. And I've got to start with forgiveness with me first. And whoever has bearing with one another and forgiving each other. Whoever has a complaint against anyone. He doesn't qualify this in any manner, shape, or form. We need to walk in forgiveness. So how does that play out? Well, I taught youth for a long time. One of the hardest passages to teach is the Sermon on the Mount to youth. And one of the most difficult sections, especially today, is when Jesus says, if someone strikes you, turn the other cheek. If someone takes your coat, give them your shirt too. If someone compels you to carry their burden for a mile, carry it for 2. There's some cultural reasons for those particular things that are mentioned there. But the carrying the mile thing was a Roman soldier could walk up at any time and just pick out someone and say, you're carrying my pack for me for a mile. A stadia was what it was called then. And so you had to do that. So for the first mile I carry it, for the second mile, they're going to wonder what in the world am I doing. But the striking, having your cheek struck and then turning the other cheek, that was really hard. To get that understanding across with teenagers. It's also hard with adults. It's very hard with adults too. And that's what Paul's talking about here. All that other stuff is dead. You know, we started out talking about the adulteries and the fornications and the envies and the strifes and all those things are the things that we made rules for. And then Jesus said, set them aside, and Paul says it in what he wrote here that the Lord was saying. And now we're to this side of it, as to how he's calling us to live. But it says also, just as the Lord forgave you, so you should forgive also. I've been forgiven beyond any ability of mine to forgive anybody else. Way beyond that. So, even though I am terrible at it, I have to continue to try to forgive as the Lord forgave me. Because I'm following Him. Because it's what He did. And I'm trying to live like He did. As a disciple, who is one who follows and copies what the Master says. Beyond all these things, put on love, which is the perfect bond of unity. Church splits happen. Things happen because we're not living in the bond of unity. We're not putting on love. We're letting all those things get in, all the other things get in the way. Sometimes people walk away when you're doing everything right. You're doing everything right. People walk away because they are still living under those ways of the world, the difficulties that come with that. And we just have to learn to forgive. And we have to learn to keep our eyes on Christ and keep our eyes on the prize, because you are greatly honored and you are set apart and you are saved from all those things. So let's live like that. So thank you for being with me today. Sorry about the camera flipping on me here, but these things happen. And I'll let this guy drive by. Two guys. Okay, it's the weekend. Here we go. And so thank you for being with me. I hope you have a blessed week. I hope that everyone is doing well, and I hope everybody has the opportunity to worship together on Sunday. As I said, Sarah and I won't be there. We'll be in Columbus at Anthony's church, but we'll see you again next week. So until then, grace and peace to you in Jesus Christ.